Welcome back to the Anfield Exchange. It's finished Man United 2, Liverpool 1. It was a tough watch. It's been an even tougher season. I'm watching it and I'm so confused about what's happening. I think the moral of this video, obviously, we're going to talk about the game, but I think we need to look at the bigger picture here. I think it's probably time that we start to look at Arne Slot, and Arne Slot needs to shoulder the responsibility for the slump that we're in. He has made mistakes this season. I don't think there's any denying that. He'd probably say that he'd probably tell you that himself. And it's not just in terms of personnel. I think it's in terms of setup. I think for me the biggest thing. Look, I'm absolutely fuming at that result. But not only at the result, at the way we're playing and the way we're playing, not just today, but in every other game we've played this season. We haven't looked like the Liverpool of last year. I don't know what the reasoning is for that. I believe it's partly to do with a change in system. I think that the one thing you can look at this season and see what is different is Liverpool last season had so much control over these football matches, and we were defensively sound. We'd go 1 up, we'd go 2 up, and we'd keep possession, we'd control the game, and we played the game at our speed the way we wanted to play the game. This season, I don't know what I'm watching, because I've not seen any element of Liverpool control any football matches this season, and I think that's a reason we're in this mini crisis that we're in. We seem to this season have gone into this year with the mindset that we're going to score as many goals as possible, and in trying to keep up with that, what we're actually finding is that we're conceding more goals than ever. Man United are not a good team. We know that on paper Liverpool are much better than Man United, but even Liverpool make Manchester United look defensively solid. I don't understand how we can look so weak defensively, because that's what we look like. We look like we're going to concede goals no matter who we play. I'm worried. We've got Frankfurt away in the Champions League midweek. That's not going to be an easy game, but I can guarantee we'll concede 1 or 2 goals in that. We got Brentford at the next weekend. I imagine we'll concede goals in that. And this is Brentford. Brentford are a struggling team who shouldn't really give us any problems, but I know they are going to, and it's worrying. Arne Slot needs to really come up with a system that works, because this one's not it. And I think it shows in this game as well. At 1-0, I understand it. You're trying to throw more attacking players on. We've gone to a 4-2-4. Nobody plays a 4-2-4 in football. Do you know what I mean? We're throwing all this attacking talent on, but we can't defend the lead. So we get back on even terms. It's 1-1. You're still playing with Curtis Jones and Florian Wirtz as centre midfielders. And look, we know why you're putting all these players on. You're trying to win the game, but in turn, you're also giving the opposition chances as well. And this is an opposition that are already going to create chances because we're not defensively sound. I don't understand. It felt too early to go with 4 strikers on the pitch, and 4 strikers as well. But listen, I'm sick of going into individuals in these videos, but 4 strikers who Ekitike and Gakpo I'm fine with. And listen, I just want to say about Cody Gakpo, anybody trying to make Cody Gakpo the scapegoat for this form that Liverpool are in, it's absolutely ridiculous. Yes, he could have done some things better today, but Cody Gakpo is the only one on that pitch who looks like he's trying to create something. He's the only one that's making Liverpool look dangerous. My issues are with Mohamed Salah, and okay, I'm going to give Alexander Isak some leeway because he is new to the club, but again, this is an Arne Slot problem where you've brought in Ekitike. Ekitike has come into the team. He's done fantastically well at the start of this season. He's scored goals. He's looked dangerous. He's looked sharp. He's linked well with other players. Tell me right now, what is it that makes Alexander Isak start this game today? Because from what I've seen so far, and I'm not saying that Alexander Isak won't be the first team striker in the next few years, because I do believe he will be. But Arne Slot I think he's treating Hugo Ekitike with a little bit of disrespect, really, because I think Hugo Ekitike deserves to be our first choice striker at the minute, based on the performances that he's put in. Now, if Hugo Ekitike stops performing, I think you can give Alexander Isak his option. But the problem for Liverpool is these players that are coming into the club, we're not making them earn their positions. Alexander Isak, we've signed him. Yeah, we've spent big money on him, but he's not coming in and earned his position. He's had a striker before him that's been scoring goals, he's been playing well, and he comes in and just gets into the first team. I don't understand that. That shouldn't be the Liverpool way. Florian Wirtz as well. How does Florian Wirtz come in and straight away... Look, I like Florian Wirtz. I think he's had a lot of criticism. Some of it unjust, but some of it probably is justified. But I think he's done okay as Florian Wirtz. I know a lot of people look at the stats and the goals and assists, and if you're looking at that, then obviously you can say he's been a flop so far. But I think his general play, if he could speed up a little bit, it'd have been a fantastic signing. But equally, we've seen it with Florian Wirtz. How has Florian Wirtz come in and just took that number 10 position? Because last season we had 3 midfielders who won the Premier League in McAllister, Gravenberch and Szoboszlai. Why are these players not being made to earn their place? Milos Kerkez comes in. He already thinks he's first team because he's not been asked to come in and earn his position. You've got a player in Andy Robertson that's been there for 7-8 years now, and you're just dropping him to the bench for Kerkez. It doesn't make sense to me how these players play for Liverpool. They can't expect an easy ride and to just get into the first team. It just cannot happen. They need to earn their positions in the starting lineup. In terms of the game itself, I mean, it's so frustrating to watch because this is a very, very poor Man United side, and they've got some good players in Cunha. I think Mbuemo's a good player as well. There's not many good players, but they make Liverpool look like amateurs, and it's this way of playing for Liverpool. It's just not working. You have to get control of these games. Curtis Jones, for me, I think is another one who I see all the time on social media. The criticism for Curtis Jones, we should sell Curtis Jones, we should sell Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones is one of the best midfielders in our team at controlling and dictating the speed of games, the tempo of games. Curtis Jones is perfect for what Liverpool need to do. And listen, I'm not saying Curtis Jones is better than Gravenberch. I'm not saying he's better than Szoboszlai. I'm not saying he's better than McAllister. What I'm saying is, for what Liverpool need right now to get out of this slump, Curtis Jones is the best midfielder we have to do that because of how he can control the game. When we need to take control of these games, we need to tighten up defensively, and the rest will come hand in hand. The problem we've got at the minute, and you saw it against Man United, and before I go into this point, we don't create any chances. All the opportunities that Liverpool got in that game, it's like a blur. You watch Liverpool, and you see it with Van Dijk, with Konate at the back, and before you know it, we've not strung any passes together, but we're hitting the post or we're putting it wide, and it's like we're getting chances, and when Arne Slot alludes to it in his pre-match presser that we've created more chances than X, Y, and Z, that's all well and good, but we're not actually creating chances. Can anybody, get in the comments, can anybody tell me of any clear-cut chances that we created in that game? I mean, even the one for Isak where I think the keeper's made a good save, it's come from Konate playing a ball through 9 or 10 Man United players, and you can't tell me Konate intended it to put Isak one-on-one with a keeper. Like, why is Konate and Van Dijk spending so much time on the ball? You see it in the stats, and I hate football for this. Football is on the way out when you look at the stats, and why are the centre-backs being the players that are making the most passes in a season, in a game? Why is Van Dijk, why is Konate making more passes than Florian Wirtz, than Mohamed Salah, than Cody Gakpo, than McAllister, Gravenberch? It shouldn't be. You pay all this money for these creative players, and then you're asking Van Dijk and Konate to dictate the game. It's ridiculous. Konate and Van Dijk are there to stop the goals going in, and they're not doing that. Neither's Kerkez, neither's Bradley, neither's Frimpong, neither's whoever's playing in that back line. You need to tighten up, and I don't know how you do that. I've got my ideas, and I think you tell fucking Kerkez and you tell Bradley, stay the foot back Stop the goals going in. Don't worry about trying to create something. That's why we pay the big boys the money we do to go and get the goals. But you need to stop them goals from going in our goals. Because if we keep a clean sheet, we need 1 goal to win a game. And I have confidence we can score 1 goal. What I don't have is confidence that every game we can score 3 or 4 goals because we're conceding shitloads as well. It's so frustrating to watch this Liverpool this year after how much fun it was last year under Arne Slot and how well we played and how we dominated the league and we controlled it and we never let anybody get anywhere near us in the league. And it was so fantastic and such a good year, and we got to celebrate the Premier League trophy with the fans, and it was honestly one of the best days of any of our lives because we waited so long for it. To turn up less than 6 months later and be seeing this Liverpool side that they have no control, they can't defend, there seems like there's no plan, there's no creativity, it's such a listen, it's hard to keep putting Liverpool down because of how much it obviously means to us all, and I'm so frustrated with seeing long ball after long ball. Do you know what a best chance in the first half was? A long ball from Mohamedashvili over the top that Gakpo got onto. It's not Liverpool, it's not football, it's not going to win your Premier League trophies, it's not going to win your Champions Leagues. We've got a game against Frankfurt midweek. It's not going to be an easy game. Champions League especially, going to a different country, playing in Europe, you need to have that control. Alex Ferguson at Man United, when they weren't having any success in Europe but they were dominating England, he realised that you had to take control of a midfield in Europe if you wanted to stand a chance of going far in the competitions. So he started playing a 4-5-1 instead of what was popular at the time. They were playing a 4-4-2 in England. They were winning everything. They played a 4-4-2 in Europe. They couldn't get wherever he wanted to be. So he switched that to a 4-5-1. That's what Liverpool need to do now. I'm not saying we need to go to a 4-5-1, but we need to take control of the games. This is why the slumps come in. This is why we've just been beat against Man United. And listen, it's always a sucker punch when Man United beat you. Never mind at Anfield. Never mind that Harry Maguire has just scored the winner for Man United. Not even that. That's 3 games in the Premier League in a row where we've come from losing positions into a position of drawing. And I completely understand why you've gone on and you tried to win the game. But from 3 games now, we've come back from defeat and then let them beat us again. Crystal Palace, Chelsea, Man United, they've all done it. And it's so infuriating. I just... Listen, get in the comments, let me know what you think. I can't slag these players off anymore. Well, I can. Do you know what? I can and I will. Mo Salah, I made a video 2 weeks ago after the Chelsea game saying Mo Salah is finished. I'm seeing nothing. I'm seeing nothing from Mo Salah. Listen, I was watching the game on Sky Sports. I think it was Gary Neville that said, you can see what Arne Slot thinks of Mo Salah's performance when he's taking him off with 5 minutes to go when he need a goal. Completely so. But if you're that pissed off at Mo Salah's performance, why is he still on the pitch in 85 minutes? Tell me that. Somebody tell me that. Because he's not created anything. He's missed some big chances, and not just in this game, but all season. You've got a young lad in Rio Ngamoa who is just waiting to get his opportunity, and when he has had his opportunity, he's come in and he's produced some magic. Get Salah off that pitch. I love Mo Salah, but I'm a realist and I'm looking at Liverpool right now. Mo Salah is not the best thing for Liverpool right now. He has been an unbelievable player for us, an absolute legend, one of the greatest in my lifetime of supporting Liverpool. But I am done with Mo Salah. If we can sell Mo Salah in the summer to the Saudis, get the money for him. because otherwise there's absolutely no way this Mo Salah should be at our club for another 2 years to the end of his contract, regardless of what he's done for us. And I know it sounds ridiculous to say, but where is he? What has happened to Mo Salah this season? Because last season he was the best thing that's ever happened to us. He had the best season he's ever had in the world. Like, what has happened to Liverpool for this to be what we are? Van Dijk was shocking today as well. I'm seeing a lot of social media, like I said, I'm seeing a lot of stick for Gakpo on social media. Do not agree with that. I think he was, out of a bunch of bad players, I think he was one of our better players. Isak was poor today. I thought Gravenberch was okay till he picked up his injury. Again, we'll have to wait and see how that one goes. McAllister, okay, looked like a player who just played a couple of games for Argentina and spent most of the week travelling. Szoboszlai I thought did well. Konate, like I say, Konate for me were man of the match. I thought Konate was brilliant. And Mohamedashvili, yeah, I mean, he couldn't really do anything about the goals. He made a couple of good saves, but listen, it's I don't know. I don't know what the answers are. I'm not paid to come up with the answers. Arne Slot is, and listen, I thought with him having sort of 2 weeks off nearly, he'd have had a lot more answers than that. Because to be honest, I mean, even the start of the game, it looked like the answer was just get everyone forward. You know what I mean? I think I heard him say on Sky Sports numerous times that Liverpool have got 4 or 5, we were going man for man on Man United's back line. That's all well and good, but what does that tell you about Liverpool's style of play? Because if you're going man for man on a back 5 of Man United, you're not winning any battles in midfield. And that's what I mean. Liverpool get the ball to Van Dijk, get the ball to Konate, go long and try and get someone in. We're not. I've said it all. We're not controlling. We're not creating. It's frustrating to watch, and he needs to come up with answers to Arne Slot, because this is not it. I'm going to do a preview to the Frankfurt game, and my opinion on Mo Salah's not going to change. I don't want to see Mo Salah on the pitch. If you're going to persist on Mo Salah being your main man, or whatever he is this season, okay, I will more than happy be proven wrong if he can start firing again and he can start being the Mo Salah that we know. But if you're going to do that, you can't play him in this game against Frankfurt, because you got to rest him. You've got to rest him. I'd be leaving him out of the Champions League games, if I'm honest. He's getting to an age where, and I think that's what the problem is. I think it's his age. I don't think it's a mindset thing. I don't think it's anything else other than his age won't allow him to do the things that goes on in his head. And I get it. It's one of them things. Age creeps up on all of us, but it's just not working this year. I think for me, Chiesa, you got to get Chiesa in. And again, I want to say about Chiesa, I put out on social media about sort of, I think it was second half, get Chiesa on. Every time he comes in, he creates something. And Chiesa's the one that got the assist today with a lovely ball through for Gakpo. Yeah, a few heavy touches from Chiesa, but you could see, I mean, the ball went out for a throw-in in the second half, and he's the first one that's sprinting over to get it. You can see how much Chiesa wants to win and how much he wants to do it for the fans. I don't see that from Mo Salah at the minute, which is frustrating. But yeah, I don't want to talk too much about the match in particular, just because it's so frustrating to watch. And look, I'm just hoping Arne Slot's gonna sort it out. But get in the comments, let me know. I'll see you on the next one.